All right, good morning. Welcome to the members only part of the KissFAQ YouTube channel. In case you're wondering, yes, the KissFAQ is currently down. There was an update pushed by the host on the back end, and it's causing issues. So it's up to them to fix it. I have no powers with this hosting plan to allow me to dick around command line and fix it myself, which may be a good thing considering what's going on, but it's working on their timeline, not mine. I've had a temper tantrum that didn't have any difference whatsoever. I kicked the table. That didn't work either. Did hurt my foot. Went for a long walk. Still wasn't fixed. So just going to have to be patient and wait. So my apologies anyway for the inconvenience. So I wasn't going to do a song of the moment or show this morning for the channel, simply because we've had a bit of content over the past few days. But I started working on Chapter 5 of Audio Odyssey, and I'm having the time of my life revisiting The Elder. Obviously, with doing the book project years ago, it is close to my heart and remains so, even with, some of the drama that surrounds that project that occasionally comes to the surface. But that is what it is, and it doesn't hinder just enjoying the album and the creative process and doing Chapter 4 of the Odyssey and really exploring where the group was going before they transformed the project into the conceptual art is kind of interesting. So the next chapter is obviously going to be the emergence of the Elder concept, and it's going to be a weird chapter. I know that already from going over my notes, going over the material that's been assembled for it previously. When you look at what's been said about how that project came together, there's only so many things that were said, and I'm trying not to even open the Odyssey book when doing these, because I want it to be a reappraisal of the album from contemporaneous sources or for sources that have come to light after 2012 for Novelder, the feature that Tim put together on the website, and 2016, when we tried to bring the book to life. So it allows a whole new perspective into it, but also the whole purpose of these, as you'll see this forthcoming Wednesday, when the full Chapter 4 Audio Odyssey goes live with all the memos, is to present that evidence that I've used to base my opinions and shape some of the narrative writing that I've done. And that's completely separate to all the interviews with everyone that Tim did. This is the memos. This is fact, or it was fact in that moment, because obviously things change. And with Kiss in that year, as you know from Ida's comments, they were flip-flopping all over the place. I mean, they were a pogo stick on acid. So one of the things that came up today was I've decided to go back into the audio narration business, and I'm going to be using AI audio narration services. These are paid services with quality AI voices and algorithms to read text. Because I need to, with the number of different characters that are going to be represented in some of the things that are going to be in Chapter 5. And for today, I just want to share, this is from August the 25th, 1981, so this jumps forward a little bit into the story from where Chapter 5 will be, but this part will be in Chapter 5 with full treatment and all that. But this is from the Kiss bio that they were rapidly trying to write up. And what's interesting about it is obviously it starts with the standard history of Kiss and the release of Unmasked in 1980. Eric Carr, you've got the Beatles, Cliff Richard, Budokan box office mentioned. And then, of course, the reunification or reuniting with Bob Ezrin for the project and why that was important, and Destroyers. So that's kind of page 1. And then, of course, Kiss 17, which is why I always refer to The Elder as Kiss number 17 or Kiss 17, because in the international catalog, it was the 17th album release. It goes into a bit more of the story, and that is the audio narration that follows. And I'm just going to let the text scroll along while that narration of the story premise from August 1981. I'll let it speak for itself, and I'll be back at the end.
In every age and every place, the forces of good and evil meet to fight the ultimate battle between the superpowers. The struggle rages on within each of us, as well as in the world around us. It is a universal theme, and The Elder is a universal story that appeals as readily to people in America as in India. Since the beginning of time, it has been the task of the Elder to select and train the heroes whose destiny it would become to fight against evil and injustice. So the tradition continues even now. The Elder is an ideal, a group of ancients who possess the infinite wisdom of the ages. They are the embodiment of the powers of goodness and knowledge. When the world was young, they were already old, a force more than mere mortals. They shared the virgin world with the beasts and watched over the universe to protect and preserve it. As man developed, they assumed his form that they might walk amongst him and help to guide him. They became the caretakers, the guardians of mankind. In the sphere of duality, every truth must have its counter-truth. Therefore, it is just as true that the Elder were not alone when the earth was born and are not alone still. An opposite force set out into the world of man, in the form of man, roams the universe on the powers of hate and ignorance. In each age, in every place, this equally powerful evil for whose sole purpose is to destroy is unleashed. And in each place, in every age, a hero is needed to battle this evil. In the struggle between the powers, the wars are always waged by champions selected from the throng whose fate depends on the outcome of these very battles. Now the next champion has been selected to continue this ongoing struggle against the forces of ever-present evil. He is an orphan boy who is the embodiment of those qualities necessary to carry on the crusade. In every age and every place, the orphan boy will be guided by the powers of truth and justice, taught by the Elder with the wisdom of time infinite. His innocence of soul and purity of heart, innate goodness of character and strength of righteousness demonstrate the inheritance of warmth and love, which deems him worthy of the fellowship of the rose. He possesses the light in his eyes. It will be his mission, his fate, to be taught and nurtured by the Elder to carry on this lifelong task of conquering evil wherever and whenever it rears its ugly head. It is a mission in which we all have a share, the outcome of which will guide the destiny of mankind.
All right, so the effort Bob Ezrin put into producing The Elder with Kiss, obviously that's a given. We know it's a beautiful sounding album for those of us who actually appreciate it. And I think even people who don't like it probably can say that it does sound very good. So there's going to be a lot more of that. There are multiple treatments of this script. There is a very long script treatment or story treatment. I don't know who it's by because there are no notes, but that's going to be featured in the section. There's going to be, well, I'll let you find out when Chapter 5 is ready. And I'm not rushing that one. It'll probably be late summer, but we'll wait and see what happens with my schedule because things have really been a bit crazy of late. So let's get into a little bit more about Chapter 4. Today's song of the moment is Don't Run, which of course became Dark Light. In between then, it was almost another song, but I think you're going to have to wait to find out about that until the Ace book. So I won't be able to include that information in anything that I do prior to the Ace book coming out because, well, it's business. But Don't Run. I was surprised. It had never really registered with me, even back when we were doing Novelder, and even when I was doing demo stories and all of that kind of work on the side for the website was its purpose, and I put it in a book just for people who wanted to take it into the toilet with them. Was that I never realized that it had been mentioned in the the Kiss Army newsletter. I probably read it, and I probably did kind of see that, but I never really saw that the date, and I talked about this on the show yesterday, the date of that was April. And now I have the memo from Howard Marks Advertising that shows when they were finalizing copy for that newsletter and some of the changes that were made between the copy stage and the printing stage, April. So that's, in essence, before the very first rehearsals with Bob Ezrin. So that puts that back into the Ace in the Hole rehearsals, jams, or whatever we want to call it, pre-Bob. Very much so, as if it weren't obvious enough. So I want to do the full version of the Don't Run demo. And I think there's 2 that circulate, maybe 3, because I did have one from an Ace tape. I'm trying to remember. That was the Destroyer demos. I got years and years ago. Some of those are actually on the Destroyer box set for some crazy reason why they use those. Perhaps they didn't have the real ones. But on the end of that was also a version of Don't Run. I'm not going to bother comparing all of those. I think these are these remasters that I've done are the very best that I've been able to source. If someone has better, by all means, get in touch. So this is going to be the full version that I only did an excerpt of from Chapter 4. And also, as a little bonus at the end, you can hear the alternate endings. Now, the assumption is that that's Ace goofing off in the studio, applying various treatments. It would have been Ace in the hole. He had all the gear he needed. Again, there'll be lots of photos of that outboard gear in Ace book for you to see just kind of how that studio was set up, apart from what is kind of in the public domain or broadly available today. So I think it's 4, just short endings at the end. But for now, don't walk, don't run to phase 1. Just listen to Ace at Ace in the Hole. Don't run.
Now be strong and get confidence. You know you can't stick your head in the ground forever. You got problems, so does everyone, so does everyone. You don't want me to give you charity, so use your mind, 'cause it's all you got. Well, your body's not too bad. You're so uptight, now don't give up, girl. That's the way to handle it. Just stand and fight, and use all your might, and use all your might. Don't run, got to take a stand. Don't run, good things are at hand. Don't run, got to understand. Don't run, 'cause you're in command. Just don't forget it. People push you around if you do. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You got courage, girl. So you someone good. I don't mean like, you gotta be tough or something. Just think, you'll see. It's not hard.